touch anything.
Oh, Lorenzo. Thank God you're here. I think something terrible has happened to Luke.
Yeah, it certainly appears that way.
Well, do you think you could muster up a little sympathy here?
Not after you broke that vase over my head. Luke's a big boy. He can get out of his own problems.
Oh, you unfeeling pig!
Well, you always could land him like a champ, Blaze.
Luke! Oh, thank God you're okay. You're in one piece. I was so scared.
Oh, be careful. I might actually think you miss me. Now, what was that for?
For not calling me once in the whole time that you were gone. And for whatever woman you were entertaining in that bed.
Hi. What a surprise. I know I should have called first, but I followed an impulse. Do you have a minute?
Yeah, sure. Come in.
Thanks.
So how you feeling?
Not bad. Under the circumstances. Physically, at least. I still have bouts of unexpected tears over losing a baby.
Yeah, that'll happen for a while.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, I didn't come here to cry on your shoulder.
Okay, what can I do for you?
Break up with Nicholas so he can go back to Emily.
Hi. I brought this for you. It's pretty chilly outside.
What are you doing here?
I came to take you home.
I still can't believe what I saw with my own eyes. I mean, I did see that, right? That oversized bully just totally beat you up, and you didn't do anything about it.
It actually felt good.
Oh, good. How does that work?
I walked away from a fight. And I never imagined it could feel this good.
Obviously, your visit with Carly didn't go well.
Well, there was no visit. They wouldn't let me see Carly at Roselawn.
Oh, Sonny, I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, they're not going to get away with it.
Sonny, I got your message. What's so urgent?
Okay, I want Carly released from the sanitarium immediately.
You two having a little disagreement here?
No. The room was like that when I got here. I was afraid that you were abducted or killed or... What are you doing?
Yeah, if a crime was committed, you'll contaminate the evidence.
I'm not calling the cops, are you?
Oh, God, I think I'm gonna be sick.
It's not bad. You want to taste?
What, like a bloodsucker? Do you get that thing out of my face?
You take an educated guess. Ketchup?
Mm-hmm. You got it. Looks to me like somebody had an energetic game of catch the condiments.
Mm-hmm. They were looking for something. Question is what?
I fully understand that your relationship is none of my business.
Do you?
But by the same token, Nicholas and Emily are my oldest and dearest friends. I've watched their love take root, blossom, and grow. They belong together.
Why? Because you say so?
This is not my fantasy, Courtney. I'm only going off of what I saw. When Emily got hurt, Nicholas's total focus was on her, and Emily wanted and needed him by her side. Of course, they have had their mistakes, and they have both pushed their marriage past its limits. But in spite of that, they are still deeply connected. Now they can find their way back together if you just step out of the way and let love take its course. Assuming you don't want to be with a man who's still hung up on his wife. I know I wouldn't.
I'm grateful for your concern, Nicholas, but you don't have to worry. I'm perfectly fine. My parents wouldn't allow me to be released if I weren't. And, you know, as for going home, I'm still staying at Sonny's. And Max is waiting for me outside, so I need to get going. Michael's back this school
Emily,
night.
haven't you done enough for Sonny's kids already? You literally just put your life on the line for those people. I mean, Carly attacked you because she doesn't want you near her children. You understand?
Carly's not responsible for what she did. Nicholas, she's having a complete nervous breakdown. Okay? And besides, she's not around. Sonny had Carly committed, so I'm not in any danger.
Yeah. Do you hear yourself right now? You're going to Sonny's house. That's where danger lives.
Don't ask me not to, Nicholas. Sonny's kids just lost their mother. I can't abandon them, too.
Since Roselawn won't let me visit Carly, then I want her somewhere that will.
Any decent facility is going to deny you access to Carly. At this stage in her illness, contact with you does more harm than good.
Okay, explain that to me, please.
Well, Carly doesn't simply love you, Sonny. She's dependent upon you. And that's not healthy for a damaged person who's trying to get well. It's counterproductive. Carly needs to focus on her own problems. She needs time to be alone to figure out who she is and what she wants. And only then can Carly deal with you.
Thanks for coming by. It's really nice.
What does that mean?
Well, that means I just go ahead and you tell Carly's doctors that I'll do what they want for now, but I want regular updates on her condition. That is non-negotiable.
Of course.
All right.
Sonny, you're doing the right thing.
I hope so.
Honey, I know how difficult this is for you, but Lainey is right. You're doing the best thing for Carly.
She's not going to see it that way. These doctors, they don't know Carly. You know, she's a file case number. I know Carly, and Carly's going to see this like I threw her in a place that scares her the most, and then I just abandoned her.
My heart goes out to Michael and Morgan. God knows they've been through more than their share. What I don't understand is why you got elected to take care of them.
I volunteered. Nicholas, I was a little younger than Michael when my birth mother was first diagnosed with cancer.
Carly's illness is not life-threatening.
I mean, Carly may not have cancer, Nicholas, but she's seriously ill. And I just want to be there for Michael and Morgan until she's better.
All right. I see you already have a ride home.
Yeah, and he's been waiting too long, so... See.
What just happened?
Max is waiting to take Emily home. Yeah, home. That's what she's calling Sonny's house these days. My services were neither required nor wanted.
Okay. Hey, just don't give up on her. All right? Emily may be caught up in some of Sonny's domestic issues at the moment, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't keep spending time with her.
She's got other priorities right now. And the truth is, so do I.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi. Wow, it's about time.
No, come in.
Thanks.
You're the second surprise visitor I've had tonight.
Kind of surprised myself.
So, what's going on?
I couldn't stop thinking about our conversation the other night. I felt that we were getting to a good place until your father walked in and kind of kicked me out.
Yeah, I apologize for that.
Oh, no, there's no need to apologize. I mean, you know, you're Mike's little girl. He's just being protective. If I had a little girl, I'd probably react the same way. Well, looks like I'm interrupting some kind of project here.
Oh, I'm just, getting rid of some odds and ends, how things accumulate.
Any reason why you need more space?
The thing is, I promised Carly I'd never send her to a mental institution. I did that. Then I promised her I'd come visit. Can't even do that. So I pretty much done nothing
Oh,
that
come
I said I
on,
was going to
Sonny,
do.
that's not true.
Yeah, it is true.
No, you put her in the hands of people that could really help her. And now you have to let them do their job. And you have to try to get on with your life.
And you know that I'll help you any way I can.
I know you're gonna help me. You've been amazing through this whole thing, supportive to everything, you know, it's just...
But what?
But we were gonna move in, right? What happened? Then we
It's
couldn't
a
do
good thing that
No,
we
it's
did
a-
because, honey, the timing was so wrong. It was all wrong.
You believe that?
It's so obvious to me now that you have so much that you have to sort out, including the way that you feel about me, and I can wait.
It's pretty confident.
Yeah, I am. Because I know what we have. And so we pull it back a notch. You know, we date. You know, take it slower.
Sounds good.
Does it? So what do you think? Is it too early to start tonight? 'Cause I would love to take you out and buy you dinner and get your mind off of things by regaling you with stories about, God, I don't know, skiing or something.
Skiing? You ski?
Oh, I love to ski. I love it. Oh, yeah, the cold and the speed and the adrenaline rush. What about you? Don't you ski?
Well, first time I went skiing, I think I hated it more than God hates sin.
Well, that's perfect, because then I can brag about all my expertise and you'll have no idea that I'm exaggerating. So what do you say? Go out with me tonight.
Yeah, sounds good.
So when that guy started beating you up, I didn't know what to hope for, you know? I was afraid that you were going to react instinctively and just kind of like kill him. But on the other hand, I wanted you to defend yourself. I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah, I mean, the whole time the guy was hitting me, I kept seeing all the ways in. I mean, he was clumsy, he left himself open so many times. I saw the things in the bar I could use for weapons, and I wanted to go for him, but I stopped myself.
Well, no one would have blamed you if you hadn't. I mean, he was beating you up. You had every right to defend yourself.
Yeah, it doesn't matter that the guy jumped me. It matters that I didn't fight back. I was afraid that I wasn't capable of that. You know, maybe I can have a normal life. Maybe, you know, you and I have a real chance of building something here.
Look, I am trying to keep a low profile. The last thing I need is Javier Ruiz barging into my home with a grudge against you. Now, our agreement was that you would come to Miami to discreetly gather information on the Ruiz clan, not set off alarms and throw up flares.
I've tried to explain to Lorenzo that you don't follow instructions and you're rarely discreet.
The woman knows me.
It's pretty obvious what happened. You upset these Ruiz people and they ransacked the room to send you a message.
No, messages from the Ruizes are considerably more lethal.
Oh.
Someone else did this.
Well, maybe it was Luke's new bed bunny.
Oh, look, I really resent that. I mean, a couple of times in my life, maybe I've bedded down with dogs. But bunnies, no. Bunnies are rabbits. Rabbits are rodents. I'm saving myself for you.
Well, and explain this.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, that's a piece of jewelry that hangs from the ear.
Very good. Now explain to me how it got into your bed.
I don't know. Maybe the maid left it.
Really? Only if the maid can afford real rubies and diamonds.
Oh, man. They are real.
It looks familiar now that I think about it. Yeah, I've seen that earring before. On Tracy.
My wife is here?
So where's all this stuff going?
A charity thrift store. I'm actually sending someone to pick it up.
Why are you getting rid of all this again?
Just feels right. I can't get ready for what comes next if you're constantly tripping over the clutter of your past.
It's very enlightened of you.
Say, try.
You know, my place could use a little bit of cleansing, too. We still have wedding gifts that haven't been opened that are stuffed in the closets. I was going to have my assistant return them with the appropriate thanks and apologies, but I don't know, I thought maybe it's more personal if we did it together.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'd be okay with that. Thank you for the lovely gift, but we can't accept it due to the fact, what? We were getting divorced, the marriage was a mistake.
You think it was a mistake? Or was the mistake getting into the surrogacy before our honeymoon was over?
Maybe that's the...
I'll look at it. Mike, hi.
Afraid so.
I got your message the other night, loud and clear. So I'll just leave you two alone.
Hey, look, no need to rush out on my accounts. I'm glad that Courtney asked you over. You two have a lot to talk about.
Oh, it's a 180. Why the complete change of heart all of a sudden?
Hi.
Hey, should you be out of the hospital?
Oh, well, my doctors gave me the all clear, as long as I don't overexert myself.
Well, I'll make sure that doesn't happen.
Oh, somehow I knew you were going to say that.
Oh, hey, glad you're back.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
You're cooking so much better than hospital food.
Right.
How's Carly?
She's, you know, she's getting better. At least that's what they keep telling me. I want to thank you for not pressing charges against her.
She wasn't in her right mind when she attacked me.
You know, where she's staying in the hospital, the Roselawn, I have to admit, it's a nice place. Apparently, I can't see Carly because I make it worse.
Well, it's a really crucial time for her, I think. Yeah, that the doctors probably just want to keep everything as emotionally clean as possible.
Yeah, that's what Laney said, but you know what? It doesn't sit right with me. Because I've, you know, broken my word too many times now, and I can't even explain why.
Well, yeah, you could write it down in a letter. The doctors could decide when Carly's ready to read it, which might be sooner than when she's ready to see you.
Yeah. But you know what? The most important thing right now is I gotta make time for my kids.
Is Michael getting ready?
For what?
It's Michael's back to school night.
Oh, no. I forgot. Okay. I was supposed to take Reese to dinner. Oh, no. If you hadn't shown up, I'd have blown this off completely. I don't know what I'm going to tell
Listen, don't start blaming yourself, Sonny. I mean, a lot's been going on, and what matters is that...
Hey, buddy.
Yo.
Guess what?
What?
You're going to be a tour guide, because we're going to go see your school.
I don't want to go.
Why not?
Because.
Because why not? Mom?
I haven't told any of the kids at school.
You don't want anybody to know that Mommy went into a mental hospital? Your mama had a nervous breakdown. Some people don't know what that means. They act like it's the person's fault. They should have been stronger. They don't realize that your mind can get sick just like your body.
How does it happen?
Well, you know, it's a lot. I mean, sometimes people's brains are wired differently, and they call that a chemical imbalance. Other times it could be, you know, bad things keep happening to somebody, right? And they can't cope with it anymore, so they break. Okay, or it could be a combination of both things. But what I want you to know is your mom didn't have a nervous breakdown on purpose. She has an illness in her head.
if the kids find out?
I wish I can guarantee you that, they're not going to tease you, but I can't. But you know what you need to do?
What?
Don't let it get to you. Hold your head up high. And remember what the truth is. And that is, your mama did the right thing by getting help. And your parents love you. And no one, and I mean this, no one could ever take that away from you.
Okay.
Now you get over here to give me a hug right now.
I was just thinking about you.
That's what they all say.
You meeting somebody here for dinner?
How's that your business?
Okay, I just happen to be free, and if you are too, we could pick up on that second date. I know a great little Italian place on 3rd, or we could stay right here.
You know, I'm not so sure that I've forgiven you for investigating me.
Lady, what's the big deal? It was just a routine check, and it didn't turn up anything out of the ordinary, which is a red flag in of itself.
What are you implying?
Why don't you tell me? Because from the way you're acting, I'm starting to believe that you're hiding something really big.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
Hey.
Hey.
Is it bad news?
Well, Sonny just canceled our dinner plans. Turns out it's back to school night with Michael, so it's perfectly understandable, right?
No, absolutely. But you're still disappointed, which is also perfectly understandable.
Sit down. I really want a relationship with Sonny, but he's so busy with his kids and his business, and of course this unresolved issue with Carly.
And sometimes you feel that there's no room for you.
Jason?
God, I'm so scared.
I thought Ruiz found us.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you worry. Brought you a surprise.
Danny. Hi. Welcome to our house. You look great. You know, I have missed you so much.
You didn't come visit when you said, even though you promised.
Okay, Danny, it wasn't Sam's fault. I got hurt, and I didn't have anyone to help me or take care of me, so Sam did that. And she was always thinking about you. And she got this house so she could be close to you.
Danny, I am your sister. And I love you. Always. Just please don't be mad at me.
My dad and I have had a heart-to-heart, and he knows that there isn't any resentment between us. He's also agreed to back off and stop being so overprotective, right, Dad?
Scout's honor.
Oh, well, I've always liked you, Mike. I'm glad that you're willing to oversee my previous bad behavior.
Hey, look, I'm in no position to throw stones here. I just want to make sure that I can support my daughter in every way that she needs.
It's good to see you, Courtney.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, and give me a call. You know, we'll set up a time to deal with the wedding gifts. And if you change your mind, you know, it's no problem.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
See you later.
You, still haven't told him.
Dad, I'm not ready for Jax or Nicholas to know that I'm pregnant.
And this woman who claimed to be my wife, was she well-dressed, forceful personality?
More like a bitch on heels. She gave me a $50 to let her in. I wasn't about to argue with her.
Yeah, sounds like Spanky Bun's all right.
You're not going to tell my manager, are you? I need this job.
Oh, no, my friend, of course not. I'm not going to tell anybody. And neither are you. We'll keep it between us.
Okay.
Thanks very much for all your help. Bye-bye.
Your bag is full of cash.
Hey, hands off Exhibit A. Now, my person, on the other hand, is totally available in a quiver, hoping for a body search.
Oh, you shameless manipulator.
What, is that any way to talk?
You don't think I see through your cheesy romantic overtures? You're only pulling them out so I can ask where you got that money. Well, you know what? I don't care. You want to get yourself killed? Be my guest.
Hey, cheesy romantic overtures. I resent that. I've always been 100% sincere with you. 100%. And to call my money here stolen, I mean, that's a bit harsh.
No, actually, torture is what's harsh. And that's what you'd be facing if the money in question was stolen from the Ruizes.
Here, I stocked up on all your favorites.
Why?
Why? Because I was hoping you'd come visit me, that's why.
You're not mad at me because I didn't want to see you?
No, I knew that you were upset with me, but I could never be mad at you, Danny.
That's what Jason said. He told me to let you explain, and then I wouldn't feel mad anymore either.
Well, do you?
No. Are you and Jason gonna live here forever?
Well, we really aren't sure yet. Jason and I are still kind of figuring things out, so, you know, if things go my way, then, yeah, we're gonna be here for a really long time.
When you told me to live here, you said you couldn't come because Jason had an important job protecting people in Port Charles. What happened? Don't the people need Jason to protect them anymore?
Jason is gone. God knows where. The Ruiz family is ready to attack. Sonny needs me now more than ever, and he's just not letting me in.
I hope you're not looking to me for some clarification. Look, how my brother thinks and why he makes the decisions that he makes is difficult to understand at best. All I know is, if I were in Sonny's position and you were fighting to be with me, I think I'd let you.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Hi.
I am sorry to interrupt, but Rick and I were supposed to have a meeting to discuss some legalities.
Sure, I've taken up too much of Rick's time anyway. Thanks for listening. You gave me a lot to think about. Alexis.
Yep. Just a friendly tip. If you want to continue bonding with Sonny, you should probably stop paying so much attention to his girlfriend.
You know, it's been my experience that people who are overly defensive about their past have something in it that they're trying to run from.
And this experience you speak of, is it professional or personal?
Both. On a personal level, I made some mistakes some years ago, and I tried to outrun them by moving to Manhattan. Got a new job, new friends, completely disassociated myself from my past year. And when people would call me on it, I would get defensive, just like you.
If you were gonna come here and tell me how you faced your demons and you came back and you're stronger and better than ever, not everybody has the luxury of being able to go back and confront their past.
Obviously, I can't keep the pregnancy a secret indefinitely, Dad, but everywhere I look, there are landmines. You know, Jackson and Elizabeth are still dealing with the after effects of the miscarriage, and Nicholas, he's already told me he has no desire to be a father. Besides, his feelings for Emily are so unresolved.
I thought the marriage was over.
Yeah, well, Elizabeth doesn't. She was just here pointing out the obvious, like I don't have eyes in my head. Nicholas and Emily are still connected. Okay, if they want to pick up the pieces of their lives together, I don't want the baby or my feelings for Nicholas to get in the way.
All right. It's your decision, honey. But we both know the truth is going to come out eventually, so why not tell it now? A father wants to know that he's going to have a child, so the sooner you tell Nicholas, the better.
Look, Lorenzo, I may be many things, but suicidal isn't among them. The Ruiz clan, they're a bunch of feral dogs with an uncouth sense of revenge. I wouldn't take anything from those people if they gave it to me.
So who'd you steal the money from?
I earned it.
No, not that kind of money.
Lorenzo, you paid me for my expertise. What makes you think there aren't a whole bunch of people lining up to do the same?
All right, then. How did you earn it?
Profits from a little money laundering scheme that I did for a local bookie.
You know, I'm just curious, what kind of local bookie can afford to lay out $1 million?
Why are you still here? Don't you know three's a crowd? We're due for a barnstormer of a reunion.
Are you sure about that?
Wait a minute. Don't tell me you're still playing footsie with tall, dark, and bearded.
Lorenzo has very many attractive qualities. For starters, he's single, or at least in the process of getting a divorce, which is more than I can say for you.
Don't hold Tracy against me.
She's your wife.
For a reason!
Yeah, for your reasons, not mine, okay? I mean, really, why should I stand in the wings waiting for all these opportunities or passing... Hello, are you gonna get that?
I'm talking to the only person that matters.
Well, then I will. Luke Spencer, sweet. And whom shall I say is calling? A Vinny Blue Eyes? He wants to discuss his money and your wife.
What?
Give me the $1 million, your wife will be returned unharmed.
Is my little cupcake there?
You bet, and she's not very happy about it.
Well, hold out the phone, because I want you both to hear this. Are you ready?
Go on.
The $1 million is mine. I'm keeping it.
Feel free to do the same with Mrs. Spencer.
It's her.
I marched over to Courtney's, knocked on her door, and told her flat out to break up with Nicholas so he can go back to Emily. I thought we're meddling busybody behavior. But I'm sorry, I just can't keep quiet.
No, it's good for you.
Wait, you approve?
I saw Nicholas and Emily at the hospital. They're still awkward, you know, still making excuses to stay away from each other, but it's obvious they still love each other.
Yes, I agree. So if Courtney would just stay out of the way, maybe Nicholas and Emily could find their way back to each other.
Thanks for coming over.
Yeah, of course. And, you know, if you hadn't called, I would have called you anyway. It's just obviously things have been a little crazy lately, but they're starting to calm down. Emily, she was released from the hospital tonight.
I'm glad. I mean, I know how worried you've been about her.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'll always care about her. Come here. But I want you to know that I care about you too, okay? Come on.
No, I mean, I believe that, and the feeling's mutual. And you mean so much to me, Nicholas. But I've had a lot of time to think, and I've come to a decision.
Okay.
You and I are over.
Thanks for bringing Danny to see me. And you made it possible and brought him back.
You know what? You're giving me way too much credit. Your brother loves you. All he had to do was see you. You know, I didn't realize until tonight how much it cost you to stay with me in Port Charles, how much you gave up for me.
No, I didn't. I did not give anything up. You know, I've got Danny and I've got you, and besides that, nothing else really matters. I love you. And I'm happy with you wherever we are. You know what? I'm starting to think that this can actually work.
Ruiz.
Still no trace of Morgan.
Okay, that's not what I want to hear. Now, I can't leave Jason alive to come after us once we get rid of Sonny. Work on the girlfriend. What's her name?
Sam McCall.
Find out who she's connected to.
I know there's a brother in school somewhere in Hawaii.
Good. Follow up. We have to find Jason before we can make our move on Sonny. You understand?
But before we get started, I just want you to know that my position on my continued employment with Sonny hasn't changed.
I understand. I know that you feel that way today. I believe that your position will change.
I'm sure you do.
You see, I have an advantage over you. I've already been where you're going. Very soon, I might add.
Alexis, my experience with Sonny is not yours.
I was referring to the experience of having our baby. Now, the minute that innocent baby is born, the minute you hold that child in your arms for the first time, your whole world shifts and your priorities instantly become crystal clear. See, I believe in you. And I have confidence that you will come to your senses and voluntarily distance yourself from Sonny and what he represents when the baby is born. Maybe even sooner. Hell, at the rate you're going, Sonny's gonna find out you're interested in his girlfriend and he might just kick you out on your ear any minute.
Hey.
Hey, Max.
It had no legs.
Sounds like back to school night went well.
Yeah, I think Michael enjoyed himself. Barely awake.
Such a girl.
Right?
Wait, I resent that.
She was screaming at the top of her lungs, waving her hands like, all right.
Oh, because of a little teeny tiny one. Did you see the size of that thing? I thought it was a bat.
Yeah, a bat in the middle of a private school, or bat.
Where do you think I go? Hogwarts?
Hogwarts. That's good. That's good.